Have you ever wished you could say something so precise that the room falls silent? Not because you shouted, insulted, or lost control, but because your words carried undeniable weight? Imagine standing in the middle of an argument and with a single sentence making the other person pause, lower their voice, and realize they have nothing more to add. That is the essence of Stoic communication. Calm strength expressed through clarity. Today we explore responses so powerful that when spoken, they don't just silence others, they restore balance. It doesn't matter if you're dealing with a boss, a stubborn family member, or someone determined to impose their will. These phrases do not only protect your peace, they place you in a position of quiet authority without ever abandoning your composure. We've all felt that familiar frustration, explaining something logical and necessary, only to be ignored, interrupted, or shouted down. Too often, arguments are won not through reason, but through aggression. Louder voices, sharper interruptions, heavier attacks. In society, volume is often mistaken for strength, intimidation for respect. Yet the Stoics remind us that true respect is never forced. Real power lies in restraint, and clarity is more commanding than any raised voice. Here are 5 Stoic responses that transform conflict into an opportunity to lead with dignity. Response 1. I don't need to raise my voice to be right. Some believe authority comes from volume. They shout, interrupt, and expect you to match their fire. But stepping into that arena means the battle is already lost. This phrase allows you to disengage from noise while staying present in the discussion. Picture a heated meeting, a domestic quarrel, or even a stranger's confrontation. Instead of answering anger with anger, you respond calmly. I don't need to raise my voice to be right. The effect is immediate. The other person realizes you refuse to play by the rules of emotional chaos. The Stoic Epictetus warned, "He who cannot control his tongue will be a slave to his emotions." To remain steady while others unravel is to demonstrate real control. Your calm becomes undeniable proof of confidence, and in silence, others recognize where the true strength lies. Response 2. The way you speak says more about you than it does about me. Sarcasm, ridicule, contempt, these are weapons meant to provoke. Most people respond in kind, escalating the hostility. But this phrase acts like a mirror. Instead of throwing back insults, you hold up a reflection of their behavior. By saying this, you do not defend frantically or retaliate. You simply reveal. Often, the aggressor suddenly hears their own disrespect echo back at them. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." You win not by attacking, but by refusing to be defined by another's lack of control. In Stoic terms, the insult has no power unless you accept it. When you stand as a mirror, their hostility harms only themselves. Response 3. Let's talk when we can do it respectfully. Not every exchange deserves the title of conversation. Sometimes words are simply weapons dressed as dialogue. Constant interruptions, raised tones, and relentless imposition. But you are not bound to stay in the arena of disrespect. This response is not retreat, but principle. By saying, let's talk when we can do it respectfully, you establish a higher standard. The issue is no longer the argument itself, but whether the basic conditions for dialogue exist. Epictetus reminded us, you cannot control what others do, but you can control what you accept. To set boundaries is not weakness, but wisdom. Whoever cannot meet respect with respect loses the privilege of your time and attention. Response 4. I prefer not to continue this conversation. Some discussions reach a point where reason no longer matters. The other person does not want to listen. They only want to dominate. At such times, persistence is wasted energy. This phrase ends the exchange with dignity. It is short, unyielding, and protective. It neither justifies nor seeks permission. It simply closes the door. Marcus Aurelius advised, choose not to be harmed and you won't feel harmed. By refusing to engage further, you shield your focus and preserve your peace. To walk away is not defeat, it is elevation. Sometimes the greatest strength lies not in the battle fought, but in the one refused. Response 5. That's your opinion, and I respect it, but I don't share it. Not all conflicts arise from hostility. Sometimes disagreements come from friends, colleagues, or family members who push their views with the best of intentions. Yet even then, boundaries are necessary. This phrase balances respect with independence. It communicates, I hear you, I value you, but I think for myself. Seneca cautioned, to be a slave to the opinion of others is the worst of all prisons.